I'm here today to talk about what is called the post-driving consumption defense in a DUI matter. What this means is that you had drinks after you completed your driving that were not absorbed in your bloodstream when the police show up at your door. Let me give you an example. So you're driving home from a bar and you've had, 4 or 5 drinks throughout the course of the night. You still think you're capable of driving and you're below the legal limit. You're below 80 as it turns out. But there was a tip on the road that you had drank a lot at the bar. So the police show up at your home about half hour later. In the meantime, though, you've tipped back 2, 3, 4 rum and cokes at home. Those clearly were not in your bloodstream at the time of driving. It's a little bit similar to the last drink defense video I did, but it's after the fact drinking. So now the police arrest you in your home for impaired driving or over 80, and they bring you back to the police station and you give intoxilizer breath samples maybe an hour later. Well, here's your problem. Those last drinks, I shouldn't say last drinks, but post-consumption drinks, drinking after the fact, they have now risen in your bloodstream. They're in your bloodstream, and you blow, say, 120 or 130, and they arrest you for over 80. The reality is they were not in your bloodstream at the time you drove when you arrived at your home. And this is a very viable defense. You can hire a toxicologist who will come to court and talk about rising and lowering blood alcohol levels in this context, and that your actual reading rose up to that 120. Now, you do have to show that the reading, the 120, is consistent with those drinks that you had after, but it can be done and it's very successful. And this is a fact pattern which emerges often. There's often tips and people get picked up outside of their car when they've had a chance to drink after the fact. It's a defense I've run many times and the lawyers at my firm quite successfully. So if you have this fact pattern, please raise it with us and please raise it with your lawyer. And you can hire a toxicologist and you can hopefully win your case and, by proper preparation, get you ready to testify at the court.